ocean, which all covered in, well, I'm in a pool right now for no reason. It's cold in the pool, gotta start moving up. But, you know, speaking of pool, you know what else is bigger than a pool? Oceans. In oceans, like the Mariana Trench, like in my video on the ocean, like my previous video, I said that the Mariana Trench deepest is Challenger Deep. You heard it, Challenger Deep. You heard it, yeah, you heard it. It's Challenger Deep. 4 syllables. And its pressure can squash your lungs and crush it, like I said in my oceanic video. Well, what I'm talking about today is pressure, which I haven't really researched about it, you know. But I have sensed that, you know, like, pressure is like something that squeezes things, not like force, it just pulls and pushes, because I'm also talking about force right now, too. And force is also pushing, pulling, which I'm also talking about force and pressure in this video, like one video. Like half of the moment, I'm going to talk about pressure, and half of the other moment, I'm going to be talking about force. Which I'm going to talk about both of these, so you can check all of that. But I'll probably do a separate video, but I'll mostly talk about pressure since, well, in my title is pressure and force, you know. That's what I'm talking about. So listen up. So let's start with pressure. Pressure is something that's, like I said in an earlier video, it crushes and press something. Like it doesn't really like you're not like pulling something or pushing something, but you're actually you're like standing there, but the pressure is invisible anyways, I can say. But when a thing crushes you, that's called pressure. Like the thing that's moving towards you, the pressure of it just like bonks you right in the head. Like what pressure mainly is like, it's just a type of, like force. It's just like, bang! Like literally, the pressure just squash you in half, flatten you. Like literally, like it starts running towards you at high speed, and then whoa! Use ramming power and knock you off your foot. Well, that's mainly pressure. And force, like I said earlier, it's push or pull, and I want to talk about the difference between these. So pull is like something you grab towards it. You like pulling towards you. Pull like you're doing something. You're pulling something towards it. It's getting sticky. And sorry for interruption, like last video, because like something just broke our iPad, and so I want to redo this, but not like this whole thing. So I'm just gonna keep going. So last time we stopped on force. So last time force was, like I said, with a push and a pull. So let's first talk about what a pull is. A pull is when something you like move it towards you. But push is like you're moving something away from you. So now this is pretty obvious, right? But sometimes pulls can become pushes. So If I would say I was grabbing the door and then I close the door, that's like I'm doing one thing. Like I grabbed the door, I opened and closed it. But for some reason, you will think, yeah. So I open the door, I pull it, right? And then when I come in, and then I also pull it. But that's not correct. Because then that thing will still locked. You gotta grab on the handle and push it. So like you're doing one thing, but you're using two different force. Like that's pretty too easy to understand, right? So this is another video because, well, let me reveal about pressure because I didn't really talk about pressure yet. I did talk about pressure in the last video, but I didn't. That was only an introduction, you know. So pressure's when you squeeze it. And remember when I said the deep ocean they called Mariana Trench? It has a deeper ocean called Challenger Deep. And there, the pressure is 100 to 9,000. That pressure can instantly crush your lungs. And then you won't be able to breathe in, then you will die on the ground, and then leave a mess nobody wants to clean for you. Blood. Done. Well, that's a pretty fast video since, you know, and I talked about 1/3 of the video last time, so I think we're done.